Hello, gang, quarantine friends and such. Whatever you guys are doing, a lot of people have to work too, even though it's going to be Easter tomorrow with everything that's going on. But I also wanted to do a good beer review. I promised No Rules a new one. Unfortunately, that I have that coming, but I don't have that yet. So I decided to do the 2018 release. You can always tell. This is by Perrin, a Vietnamese porter. I'll get into all that in a second, but you can always tell what year it is by the bowling ball. So this here would be the 18. Perrin Brewing, a little background on Perrin. Basically, they started out in 2012. They're north of Grand Rapids, Michigan, Comstock Park area. They started out kind of a smaller place, really. It didn't have a lot of beers, but it was kind of a big facility because it was outside the city. Well, this beer here put them on the map. I do have even one of the small green ball No Rules, which they sold in 12 ounces in 2015. Oscar Blues bought them. In their canning process, obviously everything you get now in Perrin, other than sheer bottles, are going to be in those cans now. They were the second place in Michigan to have the crawler system. So when you go to places now in Michigan, you go, hey, I got a beer, I'm going to put it in a crawler. You had the brewery, they were the second. First was White Flame, so I'm going to probably do a review on White Flame, try to get that in the next couple weeks. Obviously trying to do everything once again for the local breweries here, but I said, hey, I had a lot of good response to like a dessert beer, and it's Easter, so we all kind of indulge tomorrow, so that's going to be the thing. So anyways, they're doing good, obviously. Ever since, like I said, Oscar included them in there, and they do collaboration beers as well. But hey, enough of me yapping. Let's see what they got here. So here it is once again. It's a porter. Most people think this is a stout. It drinks kind of like a stout, but it's a porter. One of my beer friend snobs can inform me more on that. I know it's a lot to do with the malt and the smokiness and all that stuff with it, but to me, this, if you ask me what it was, me not knowing what it is, I would say it's a stout. But like I said, enough of me yammering. Let's pour it up and see what we got. All right. Not a huge head on this one. Your best thing too is I kind of poured this cold out of the fridge. Let this one actually warm up a little bit. You get a little bit more flavor there. Bite of the head, the Aussie move that I know you guys like, that all the big 53 followers I got on YouTube. But seriously, we bite that head. The sweetness of this beer is just off the charts. I mean, but it's got good balance. So if you like coconut, this beer is good for you. Like I said, I mean, it is good. It's got the sweetness in there, which I even at one time thought it was maple syrup. It is incorrectly not maple syrup. It's a turbinado sugar that they use in there that gives it that mapley taste to it. So, and there's cinnamon obviously in it. So this one's not that heavy cinnamon. Some of the years it was. 2016, the second year, the purple ball, it almost was undrinkable at first with the cinnamon. It was so crazy with the cinnamon, but I had that, like I said, a couple bottles every year. I had it after about the third year. It mellowed down on that. Your other thing with this beer, my advice if you get this beer is don't age it more than 3 years. And why that is, and you do what you want. No rules, right? So, but to me it clumps together in the bottle. So you get, like, from the turbinado sugar, you get a little bit of clumps. But hey, I did a podcast a little while back when I was doing that with On Tap, my mobile app. The other thing is, if you ever want to know the history, supposedly when the brewers were putting this together, one said, hey, you crossed the line where their brew line was at, whatever they were doing. They said, no, you're wrong, and No Rules. And then they added that all into, obviously, the labeling and the packaging and stuff. So that's it. What would I compare it to? You always ask, hey, what do you want to compare it to? This one's hard to me because No Rules is almost a favorite, if not my favorite Michigan beer. Dessert beer. It's just kind of like I really can't compare it to anything. All I can say is if you like a good beer, like I had that with coconut in it, for example, with the 5 Hour Stout I had from City Built, that would be it. Another one that I would suggest, maybe Big Kahuna. If you've had that from Oddside, that's another coconut beer. But either way, it's its own beer. So, I mean, but you ain't gonna go wrong. If you like a dessert beer, you love that little sweetness of the coconut, little turbinado sugar, it's something that you cannot pound down. It would be something that you would have to enjoy sit down drinking it, or sharing it. Obviously, your bottle. They will not go back to the 12 ounces, is from what I understand. So, anyways, I'll tell you what. I got Lowe's here. Lowe's isn't paying the bills, but hey, we'll let them get there. I just put on iHeartRadio, but tell you what, guys. Cheers. Drink up. Have a great Easter, and we'll check you out in the next couple weeks. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to have on the agenda for next time, but I want to try to get some White Flame since I just mentioned them. Why not? They're another local brewery out here. I've had their stuff before. Let's get them in. So, all right. Peace.